So we have a special guest, man. We got my guy, Randy Wilkins, man. If anybody who don't know who this guy is, man, 3-time Emmy Award winner. This guy directed The Captain, which is one of my favorite ESPN documentaries.
Appreciate you.
And I'm not just saying that because this guy is here. Derek Jeter is my favorite baseball player of all time. So we got him here. We're going to talk about a little bit of the Yankees and everything they've got going on. I got 2 diehard Yankee fans with me. They've had a lot more baseball success than I have as a White Sox fan. I only have 2005, and to be real, I'm never going to get that again. So I'm appreciating that. But we got him here, man. Thank you for joining us, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Man, there's a lot of stuff going on with the Yankees this offseason, man. A lot of the name is out there with Juan Soto and things like that. What do you think about how this season ended, you guys not making the playoffs, and things that you want to see from them this offseason?
I think it was a long time coming.
Yeah.
I think this year is a result of not doing the things necessary in the past to make sure that, like, I don't believe in windows. I think that's kind of nonsense, especially with the Yankees. Like, the way that they supposed to operate, they should always have a window.
Right.
But I think the way that they went about their past off seasons, like with how playing that Plan 189 thing and not going after Harper, Machado, and like the just long list of targets that they didn't go after, a year like this was coming.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they didn't maintain the youth. The roster got old overnight. They made these decisions to like not go after left-handed hitters. When for me, I've been saying it for like 5-6 years. That's what the Yankees are. Like literally.
The building is built for it.
Literally. So that felt like just misdirection and wasn't really. It felt like their identity started to like move away from who they really are. You know, it became like a much larger issue than it should have been. So this year wasn't surprising. I think they realize that now. Like, there's so many like Yankees fans that like just carry like straight up angst towards them now.
Exactly.
That, you know, they hear it. I know that they hear it.
Right.
So I think they have to respond now. I think they're going to be aggressive. It's just going to come back down to the same thing as how going to spend the money. Like, people criticize Cashman, I get it, but like the larger issue is the guy at the top. Like, he doesn't want to spend.
Hal Steinbrenner.
Yeah, he doesn't want to like spend the big bucks. Like,
Can I take you back to a moment that you mentioned?
Yeah.
You said skipping over Bryce, right? But we got Stanton instead of Bryce, and is that because that the Marlins ended up paying the ticket for him, or is it because, okay, well, this is what we're giving you guys, just accept it and just keep it moving?
I think they could have had both. That should have been the plan.
Right.
Like, I know a lot of people try to say that Stanton like blocks X player from coming. That's not true.
Right.
Like, the owner blocks X player from coming.
It's
like,
the Yankees.
Yeah,
Y'all
it's
should
the
be able to
Yankees,
get
right.
both. Yeah.
Like, it should have been Judge, Stanton, Harper. And they just decided not to do it. And then, like, Cashman being – I'm not trying to defend Cashman. He's made mistakes. But, like, you know it's BS when he's like, man, we have, like – Clint Frazier and ex-outfielder, so we can't get
Bryce Harper because we got Clint Frazier.
Red Rocket?
Yeah, exactly. So you know that's like coming from somebody else, and he has to be the front man. Like, nobody actually believes that. You know what I mean? So, like, the past year, I think is a result and culmination of like years past and decisions that they made that caught up to them. Like even the midseason trades were them trying to like catch up with decisions that they made in the past. So. That's what you get. But I do think this offseason, they're going to be aggressive. I don't know if they're going to get everybody, but it's not going to be like before. They don't really have a choice.
Right.
You know give me 2 of 3. Just get me 2 of 3.
Yeah.
Give me 2 of the 3 that we're talking about.
So if you can
Soto.
get like a Juan Soto, because there's been like a lot of rumors about his trading, especially we know with the Padres owner just passing away. I think they're trying to cut salary. I don't think the Padres thing with Soto really worked the way they thought it was going to work.
Right.
And they paying a lot of money to Manny Machado. They're paying a lot of money to Fernando Tatis. So I think that he's going to be – yeah, exactly. We don't know what's going to happen with Blake Snell. He's a free agent. So I feel like they're going to get rid of him, and I feel like the but the Yankees are a prime target for him. There's been a little conversation about the Cubs, but I don't think he's really going to go that way. If you can get a guy like a Juan Soto, what do you think it's the hitting that's the problem with the Yankees, or is it more of a pitching issue to you?
Oh, it's a hitting. It's the offense now.
Okay.
I mean, again, I've been saying this for years. Like, you know, we talk on Twitter and all that. I've been saying it since like before the pandemic. The Yankees' issue is left-handed hitting. You know, like the teams in the East, you can just look at the division. They built their teams to go after the Yankees, and they did it one particular way, and it worked. And they never adjusted to it. You know what I mean? So it's like you play in Yankee Stadium, your best hitters are all right-handed. They're all back-to-back-to-back. You know, if you have like guys in the pen that throw 100, there's next guy. You know, there's an Astros fan in here. Same thing, like hard-throwing righties.
Yeah.
If you had lefties mixed in there, the results of these playoff series are
different. Right.
You know what I mean? Right. Like that's just how it is. I know the Astros fan don't want to hear that. But, you know, like, but even if you look at like the past series, like the 2020 ALDS against the Rays, the righties killed the righty lineup. Yeah. And even then they went 5 games.
Yeah.
When they played the Astros, one of the biggest hits of that series is Aaron Hicks' home run off of Justin Verlander. You know, it's Didi Gregorius just missing that home run against Garrett Cole at Yankee Stadium. So to me, Juan Soto like addresses a lot of things. For you to go Judge Soto every first inning of every game.
That's crazy.
Those are runs.
That's a crazy lineup. You know, especially in that field too.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna have an advantage.
Back, right?
Yeah, exactly. Then you have Jason that comes back. They still need another left-handed bat even beyond that. Yep. But like, offense is a priority. It's been the issue and the thing holding them back. Like their pitching's been good enough because they have a great bullpen. So if you go 4 or 5 innings, 5, 6 innings with the starter, you go to that bullpen, you're not going to score a lot.
Right. Are you okay with trading Gleyber?
Nah, hell no. He's one of the best.
You gotta keep Gleyber.
So because I keep saying is that they're going to trade. Well, you know, people can say whatever the fuck they want to all season, right? But like I keep saying, trading Gleyber and getting a lefty, the dude that played for the Braves, the switch hitter, number 17, he played for the Braves. What's his last name? Jamiro.
Oh, Candelario.
Yeah, he's a free agent now. Right.
He's a free agent
now. I see that we'll trade Gleyber for pitching, and then we'll sign this guy for 3 years, $33 million.
Nah, I'm good on that. Just spend money. Like, just spend money.
Gleyber's underrated, I kind of feel like. Like, whenever he came up in, like, White Sox, like, trade rumors, I'm like, I would love Gleyber on this team. Yeah. Like, no disrespect to Tim Anderson. I love T.A. T.A. doesn't play the best defense on planet Earth. But, like, I feel like that's a guy that you don't want to get rid of because he can have clutch hits. Right. He can play it. He has a decent glove. And I feel like he kind of just – if you have him in a lineup of, like, a Judge or, like, a Soto.
Let's walk that back, though. Let's walk that decent glove back because there's games on Sunday Night Baseball that I can go back to and say that Gleyber lost us those games because of his inept defense, right? I like Gleyber Torres a lot. He's not somebody that stops me from going to get good pitching.
No, of course not.
Right. Yeah. The only thing is, like,
but it has to be a standout pitcher, bro.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But I also don't have a second baseman now.
That's true.
Like, you don't have a second baseman.
You're okay with one of the kids coming up?
Yeah, but I know what Gleyber is.
Right.
And the thing with Gleyber is he plays good enough defense. I think the issue with Gleyber was, like, his focus. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, he'll just make these, like, boneheaded plays that you, like, why are you, what game are you a part of?
He got a little hobby bias in him.
Yeah. So, to me, it's like his strikeout rate dropped. His walk rate went up. Mm-hmm. His power went up, not with the juice ball. Like, it just feels like he's an improving player, and he's, like, 26. So, those are the guys that the Yankees, to me, need to, like, keep moving forward.
Gotcha.
But it's like, we're in the off-season, just spend money. Gotcha. You know what I mean? Like, trade for
and
Soto
that's the
and
thing,
just
too, because the Yankees are known for spending money. Like, the fact that they've been closing the belt a little bit has been kind of weird for me as an outsider.
Does that not? I feel like that's a false thing, right? I think we did it one time.
Well, like 09?
Right. We did it once.
Well, they did it twice.
Did a couple times.
Y'all remember they got Beltran and McCann.
You got Beltran. You got Roger Clemens that 1 year.
But here's the thing. The Ellsbury deal, which, by the way, fuck out of here with that, right? Fuck out of here with that shit. 'Cause I remember the day that was Robinson Cano's money, right?
100%.
And I just remember the way I felt that day when Robinson Cano left. I felt like I got shot in the stomach. Like, that shit hurt me so much.
I mean, hey, he didn't do nothing to Seattle,
we share a birthday.
Yeah.
Right? That's my guy, man. Are you kidding me?
Nah, that was bad.
Yeah, that was bad. So
that was bad.
So them signing, right? So I feel like the only times that they've ever really spent money, like gone out there with, was the Pavano, which, I mean, that's one of the worst ever. And then, obviously, 09, and then Giambi, which Giambi actually.
But that was like George, though. Okay. That wasn't even Hal.
Right.
I mean, I feel like Hal spends when he wants to spend.
I was about to ask, like, what's the biggest problem with Hal?
Yeah. I mean,
he had no problem spending it on Cole, which was like a no-brainer.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he gets spent if he wants to, but Hal is like, Hal's a I'm like blanking on the word.
Find the best way to.
He's like pragmatic,
right?
You know what I mean? Like to him, like this is the thing for me. The Steinbrenners, their biggest like business asset is the Yankees.
100%,
it's not like Cohen where it's like I'm a billionaire whether I'm here or not.
Cohen Billions is based on Cohen.
Basically,
he's Bobby Action.
Right. So it's like I think that means a lot to Hal just in terms of like the financial business side of it. And I think he's more pragmatic in terms of like how I'm going to make sure that this like works for the family and all that stuff. So I think he's just naturally more hesitant. I think he's competitive. Like even, all right, like not to name drop, but like talking to Derek. He's like, how's
Derek?
Jeter.
I know Derek.
The captain.
The captain. He always said, because I would talk to him and be like, yo, what's up with Hal, bro? Like, why?
What's going on?
And he was like, he's competitive as hell. Like, whoever thinks he's not, they're wrong.
Right.
It's just he has a different way of going about his business. We don't like it, but that's who he is.
That's who he is, right.
But he's competitive. Like, when he says, I'm trying to win, he's not, like, BSing anybody.
Right.
It's just that his beliefs to get there are different
than his dad.
Yeah.
Right. His dad kind of like by any means necessary.
Yeah, like George didn't give a shit.
Dad's $100 million. Fuck.
But there's also context too because they changed the rules to stop George.
Right. Yeah.
And then Hal came into that environment where it's like I can't do X, Y, and Z like my dad. Yeah, and like revenue sharing. Like that was to stop George.
Yeah.
That was like an anti-Yankee
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
So it's like if Hal came into a situation where he didn't have to worry about that, he would probably more like his dad.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm still envious of that as Jerry Reinsdorf is the owner of my favorite team because he's just cheap as fucking fuck. Now, here's a question. I'm going to ask, like, when it comes to, like, the documentary now, of course, you got close to Derek and things like that. Now, as a diehard Yankee fan, I'm pretty sure I asked you this before on when you came on my show before, but, like, what was something that you didn't really, like, know about, like, how the Yankees run from, you know, spending time with Derek, talking to him, that kind of stood out to you?
I mean, there's a lot of drama behind the scenes that the fires are, like, put out, and you never know that they happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of drama with the Yankees just because they're Yankees. Right. You know what I mean? There's a lot of egos. There are a lot of people that work there. There's a lot of decision makers. And it's just like, when they say it's different in New York, it's true.
Right.
You know, and it's not even just like the city and the fans, but it's like the organization. They just have to deal with much more than everybody else.
100%.
Like, the White Sox don't have to deal with half the shit that the Yankees have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? Exactly. And it's like navigating all of that and like managing it is like a job unto itself. You know what I mean? And it's like, even like going back to Cashman, there's like fires he's putting out every day that like other teams just don't have to deal with. You know what I mean? And then you got to deal with the media. Yeah. And like
the New York tax.
And the New York, right? Yeah, it's all of that. And then when you go out to play, you have a lot of fans, especially now, like just shitting on the team. You know what I mean? Like I went to the third game of the 2022 ALCS. Okay. And like Matt Carpenter had come back. Now Matt Carpenter, we loved him because he was like Babe Ruth for like a month, and then he got hurt.
It was crazy.
Right? He got hurt, but then he like forced himself to come back, even though his like foot is basically still broken.
Right.
Right. And he's not hitting well. And there's somebody behind the dugout. Yeah, they're like shitting on him. It's like, yo, this man has 1 foot. Like he's trying.
He's trying his ass off.
And like, I'm not gonna say who, but somebody from the Yankees dugout like heard this dude and just started blacking out on him. You know what I mean? So it's like I know other teams got to deal with that, but like you in the ALCS,
I have an idea who that was.
It's kind of like we was talking about this earlier. It's kind of like being a Dallas Cowboy, being a Los Angeles Laker. It's a different thing. Like I know I'm a diehard White Sox fan, but I know it's not like the Cubs.
Right.
Like if the Cubs do get Ohtani, it's gonna be the biggest star we've seen since Jordan.
Right.
In the city, and it's gonna be like he's gonna be like
bigger than Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otani's
like
different
another
level,
planet,
No,
bro.
I'm asking, genuinely
and
asking.
look, Sammy was I'm a White Sox fan.
Right.
I loved Sammy. I remember summer '98.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like it
Right.
was yesterday, bro. Like Sammy is that guy, and I wish that the Ricketts would embrace Sammy. Like I don't like how they like, oh, he did steroids. Like I hate how they doing this shit. Like I don't like how Major League Baseball does that. In general, like y'all made money off this shit.
It's the reason I care.
Right, exactly. Right. Like I remember summer '98 like it was yesterday. Like the Bulls won their 6th championship, and there was Sammy versus McGuire.
All right, so whenever Mace came back,
with that bullshit welcome back joint.
The welcome back, they had a listening party at Daddy's house, which by the way, red flag.
So,
completely red flag. So then I'm in there taking pictures. I'm the only photographer in the fucking building. So I'm taking it out. Rich Dollars, who ended up being on VH1, all those fucking shows.
Yeah.
He's like, he fucks with me. He sees how I move.
He worked for Bad Boy?
He worked for Bad Boy.
Okay.
He was the nigga that used to bring Bad Boy records to the club.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I'm in there. He's just like, yo, wants to holler at you, blah, blah, blah. So it was Tony Dofat. If you know anything about Tony Dofat, he's part of, the producing team,
Hitman.
blah, 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 Hitman, and all that shit. So he's Haitian. I'm Haitian.
You Haitian. I had that connection.
If you know about it, that's how we roll. Like it's the same ways Italians move, same ways that like yo, if you're Haitian, you with me. So he's seen how. So boom, he's like yo, anytime that you're around, you should come to the studio and da da da. So to me, as hungry as I am back then, that meant the next day. So the next day I pull up to the studio. This is studio's on 44th between 8th and 9th. So I pull up to the studio the next day. I'm in there. I'm taking pictures. I'm doing footage. Da, da, da. This is early, right? So this is 04-ish. This is not a thing.
It's the height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Diddy pulls up. What the fuck is this nigga doing in here recording this shit? Blah, blah, da, 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 da. Mind you, I'm 19, 20 years old. Like, this is, take that, man. Shiny suit. This is somebody that we all idolize. What the fuck am I supposed to say to him?
Right.
So Tony Dofat was just like, yeah, man, you gotta go. Pack my shit up, I'm out.
And you out.
I'm not trying to fuck up my good, clean name that I got out here already. So he walks me downstairs in the elevator. He was just like, yo, man, I think it's best you come back another day. Again, I'm hungry. Another day means tomorrow. I pull up the next day. Everything I love. I pull up the next day. Doing the same shit. Diddy comes back and said no. Diddy said no.
He said, get the fuck out of here.
Didn't I tell you to leave? I grabbed my nuts. This is the biggest grab my nuts moment of one of them.
Life?
Nah, not one of them. One of them. But like, would you take no for an answer?
Hell no.
He looked at me. He was just like, "What'd you say?" I said, "Would you have taken no for an answer?" Now, I mean, asking him that question now
it's crazy.
It's a crazy question. That's not. So I asked him that question, and he was just like, "All right, man, fuck it.
He let you slide?
You coming out with us tonight?"
Oh shit.
That was on Wednesday. I ended up going out with it. Because remember, all right, so the timeline. Monday was the listening party. Tuesday, Mace's album came out. Tuesday, I'm in the studio with them.
Is this Harlem World or the second album?
No, this is the fucking Welcome Back.
Oh, Welcome Back. Okay.
So then Wednesday was Show. If you know anything about New York nightlife, Wednesday Show nightclub in New York was the spot on a Wednesday. So I ended up going with them to the club on Wednesday. He gave me a fucking Vote or Die shirt, which was fucking crazy.
Nuts.
But here's the thing. So
that nigga was voting for John Kerry.
In the interest of right. In the interest of, honesty, it's not like I rode in the Bentley with the nigga. Like I was in the back of the Bad Boy Street Team van. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when I got into the club, you know what I mean? That's the first time I ever been in Show. That was like a thing that you just couldn't do. So I'm inside of Show. I promise you, I'm sitting there at Show. I'm like, damn, I gotta go bathroom. I go to the bathroom. This is the richest shit I've ever seen in my life still to this day. I'm 40 years old right now. I go into the bathroom. Everybody out. What? Everybody out the bathroom. Diddy has to pee. Everybody had to leave the bathroom just so this nigga could use the bathroom. I said, oh, I gotta get rich. I gotta get money. I need money. So then I'm sitting there, and then the way Show was constructed was different.
This nigga had to pee.
Just because he had to take a piss. He had to take a wee-wee. So then, boom.
He had to take a wee-wee.
So then we're sitting there. Show shit was almost like bleachers, almost, kind of. I'm sitting there, I'm chilling, I'm sipping on my drink or whatever. Nigga, hey man, you want some of this? I'm like, nah, I don't smoke. Nigga, I turn around, it's Maxwell.
Maxwell?
Maxwell's my favorite singer of all time. I turn it on. Get the fuck out of here. Yes, I do want to smoke, actually. What's up, Maxwell? What's up, nigga? And me and Maxwell's mad niggerish.
Which is funny
he's
as
a
hell.
Fucking nigga.
Maxwell
he's a nigga that
being a
could be
nigga is
sitting right
amazing.
here, right now, talking shit. Like, yo, you seen this girl's Instagram? Like, he'd be that. Maxwell's a nigga. So yeah, that's no bullshit. That happened.
We want to thank you for joining us, bro. I want to
man.
get to our final thing, Goofy Mog of the Year. Now, for anybody who spent any time in Chicago, from Chicago, you know, Goofy is the most disrespectful term in the land. Now, I live in L.A. I've been an L.A. resident for 10 years. I know weirdo is the #1 disrespect in Los Angeles. But in Chicago, if you get called a goofy, it's just, you might as well just pull up and fight. 'Cause that's just really what it is. So we're going to do Goofy Mog of the Year. I'm going to go with mine #1. I thought long and hard about this, man. I'm going to go with Jerry Reinsdorf. And this is why I'm going to go with Jerry Reinsdorf. #1, you ruining both of my teams, dog. Like, I can deal with the Bears being bad. Actually, I really can't, but I'm accepting it. You ruining both of my teams. And I'm at the point right now where it's like, you need to sell both of these teams, bro. Because you got the White Sox as little brother as this team is, and they are. If I had to be 100% real, they're the least important team in the city. The Chicago Fire might be more important than the Chicago White Sox, if I'm being 100% honest about it. But there's a loyal fan base with the White Sox. If you're looking at arenas in the city, I think U.S. Cellular Field, Comiskey, whatever you want to call it, is the best stadium in the city. It has a great environment, great food, great entertainment, and these fans come and watch this terrible fucking product. You let a guy like Tim Anderson, who's a great player, he had a bad season, a great player, let him walk for nothing. You don't even get a pick for him? Like, that's crazy. You over here, you hiring a guy, and Chris Getz, as your general manager, he's the one who brought up the players who didn't even do anything. He was head of the farm system, and you make him GM, and then you go out here and you talking about, oh, we could trade Luis Robert, the one superstar you have. You're willing to trade him. It's a problem. Then you look at the Chicago Bulls. Well, if you look at the Bulls, they're probably the third most important franchise in basketball right now. If you look at, of course, you got the Knicks, you got the Lakers. They're big guys. But if the Bulls hit the open market right now, I think they're going for at least $8 or $9 billion easily. They have a global market just off Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, and the whole 6 championships they had. You're doing a disservice. There's diehard Bulls fans. I don't watch them motherfuckers because I love myself. But there's a lot of people out there who still watch the Bulls, and you're doing them a disservice. So I want Jerry Reinsdorf to just either sell these teams or just back out, because you're doing a disservice to this fan base that's loyal and they put in their time and their money to watch these teams. And I think it's disrespectful, man. There's a lot of people I could have went with, and I might actually put Jerry Reinsdorf in the Goofy Mog Hall of Fame, because this is not the first time I named him as my Goofy Mog. So I'm gonna go with Jerry Reinsdorf, man. Randy, do you have a Goofy Mog?
I might go with Jerry Reinsdorf, actually, because I'm co-signing, because I don't even watch the Bulls. Like, I don't engage.
One Bulls game this year.
I watched
one Bulls game this year.
I'm out.
And I don't even think I watched that full game. They played the Pistons. They lost to the Pistons. The Pistons have 2 wins, by the way. So we'll put that out there. Pistons have 2 wins. They lost to them.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta
Let me
say.
ask you guys a question. What would be the fix? If you guys could
get rid of Jerry Reinsdorf, or he
rid of
dies
Jerry
or
Reinsdorf,
something, or the Reinsdorfs though.
The Reinsdorfs.
Yeah, because his
son
son
ain't no better. Michael ain't no better.
Yeah.
He gotta go.
Yeah.
You gotta trade Zach. I love DeMar though. I have no problem with DeMar. And DeMar to me is a cool guy. I fuck with DeMar. Zach gotta go. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The 1-on-5 shit, he gotta go. Like, I don't care where he goes. I don't even really care what I get. Zach LaVine gotta go.
He's quitting on the team
He's
too. He's
quitting on the team.
And I hate to say that, but
He quit.
Like,
the problem I have with the Bulls is when Lonzo got hurt, they didn't pivot. Lonzo's not coming back. Let's just be 100% real about it. If he does play again, he's not going to be the Lonzo we remember him to being. And he was the heartbeat of the team because he made the offense run. He played defense. He's one of their best three-point shooters. Without him, you got a team that was built for 1997. For any other team, signing Torrey Craig and Javon Carter is a great move. For the Bulls, it makes no fucking sense. You don't have a team of three-pointers. You playing Javon Carter like 10 minutes a game. He can shoot the three.
Actually, you know what? That is my Goofy Mog. It's Arturis.
Yes.
Like get him out of here, bro.
Get that man out.
And Mark
Eversley, who be getting away with murder.
You guys got him from Denver?
Yeah, or tourists.
Yeah, because
I'm just gonna. We just gonna make it.
Yeah, fake drafted Jokic.
Yeah, we're gonna make it a Chicago Bulls like tandem because.
Yeah, dog.
Like, your point about them not doing anything just reminded me that like he's done nothing.
In the United Center. What the fuck are we doing, man? It's 2024. Put cup holders in the United Center, dog. What's going on?
Yeah, they need to go. They're like worse than Garpax. Because at least Garpax,
Garpax drafted well.
Right.
They drafted Jimmy Butler.
And Derek.
Drafted Derrick Rose. Drafted Taj Gibson. Right. Joakim Noah. Motherfucking Dalen Terry. He's a lovable. He's a lovable. What does he do?
Yeah.
Like,
and who's the other guy? Who's the guy they drafted this year?
I don't even know what his name.
You got drafted Griffin.
No, it's Julian Phillips. And it's like, who's Julian Phillips? You know what I mean? It's like
walking down the street, I want to know who the fuck he is. I'm a Bulls fan, bro.
Like they haven't done anything right since Lonzo got hurt. And the worst part is like they didn't do any, like they didn't pivot, and the man just kept saying we're just gonna keep it the way it is. To me, that's just like you being lazy.
What's his word?
Like,
we gonna
yeah, continuity. It's like they're
come
on, man. Yeah, we got a tandem on that.
Al, I know who you got, man.
Mine is not sports. And you guys might not want to be in this picture while I do it. Mine is not sports. Mine is the purported mayor of New York. His name is Eric Adams.
Cosign. Boo. Cosign.
You have ruined New York City. You are the worst thing to happen to New York since 9/11.
And
I'm not exaggerating when I say that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I speak for all New Yorkers when I say that. On my birthday, which was about a month ago, I'm walking out of the spot on Steinway. This is a true story.
You're not going to say the spot.
I'm walking out of the spot on Steinway. On one side, and on the other side, Eric Adams is coming out. That was God saying happy birthday. I gave him every bar that I have ever had in my heart for any politician. And I didn't yell, because that's not who I am. I don't believe in confrontation that way.
Right.
So I gave him the facts. I told him about how he's slashing the budget of this, and I gave him all of those things, right? And again, the only reason that you are the mayor is because the PBA boss cried about defunding the police. Know that. You are a puppet. You are nothing more than that. You'll never be anything more than that. You're not a tough guy, because I proved that you're not a tough guy, because when I seen you, you know what I did. So like, don't ever play with me like that. I'm different. So that's number one. Number two, so as I'm standing there, his security comes up to me and said, well, and I told the security, I said, you touch me, and I promise you everything that I do from now on is going to be self-defense. And then his security said, okay, my bad. My bad.
They knew you was
they didn't know that I know. And then, his whole thing that he does is, well, I get stuff done. You can't talk to me like that. And I don't mean like talking, I'm not going to talk like that right now. Because over the holiday weekend, I fed over 300 people for Thanksgiving. I did that.
Queenstown Project.
You know what I'm saying? I spearheaded that. I take care of the community. I take care of the kids. I'm opening up a community center. I've had community centers. I take care of kids after school to make sure that they're not on the street at all. So you goofy ass, you're just a cop. That's all you are. You're a police officer. You're nothing more than that. You'll never be anything more than that. You're a bitch. Number one. Number two, you're going to jail. Let's be very clear about that, right? You're going to prison, my nigga. Like, because look at it this way, right? If everybody around you is getting knocked, you either told or you're next. So that's one of the two things. Which one is it, Eric? Which one? So that's you. So for me, you're the goofiest of goofy that's ever existed in this city. And the next time I see you, I'm not going to be kind and you're not going to get a pass.
And you're a criminal.
And
you're going to jail.
And you're going to jail.
Right? Yo, hold on. Remember he told Marlon Wayans, oh, I'm a nightlife mayor. I like to test the product. Rikers is your next product that you're going to test. I promise you that.
Yo, shout out to the Chicago mayor, Brandon Johnson, man. We fuck with you, bro.
No, hold on.
You don't fuck with Brandon?
Oh, buddies. They're buddies. You have to understand something. These politicians, man, I be going to the town hall meetings. I be there. And that's where my energy, that's when I start yelling. Outside of the Knicks games, that's where the energy, you see the way I'm talking right now? I don't talk like this. I'm a calm person. That's when I get hyped, because you're taking money away from the programs, from the libraries, from whatever else that's productive in New York City to go ahead and feed the police, because defund the police took whatever out of, you know what's crazy? In Long Island, there was like a bunch of cops one time that got like busted for, false overtime slips and stuff like that. And that's it. You heard about it one time and you never heard about it again. None of them got in trouble. Nothing happened to them. But then we're supposed to kiss the mayor's ass because he looks like us. Listen, when you look like me and you're in that position, I hold you to a higher standard than anybody else because you're supposed to know better.
Yeah.
You're not a nigger. You're a nigger.
Yeah.
ER.
I just want to, can I say something real quick?
Sure.
I agree with everything you just said. Mm-hmm. The library thing here is like one of the most disgusting things I've seen from a politician in a very long time, and that says a lot. Like, I mean, reading is like
fundamental.
It's fundamental, but it's also like very personal to me. Like, like books are like invaluable to me, and it's like beyond that, the institution of a library anywhere.
What it does for people.
Yeah,
the
it's
access to Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's crucial. Right? Like, I think people are like underestimating the impact of that decision here. It's like that's how people can get jobs. Yeah. Like, that's how they stay connected to the world.
Right.
Like
that part that you just said.
Yeah.
Imagine I don't have Wi-Fi every day at my regular life. So, and I'm at work Monday through Friday. So Saturday, Sunday is the only time I get to go to the library and apply for another job to help go feed my family. Now I don't even have that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's one of the most like dangerous, disgusting things that a politician could do, just because of like how important a community resource a library is anywhere, not just like here, but anywhere.
Is it any different than banning books?
No, it's the same thing. Like, and it's like, it's difficult because it's like he's not really one of our own, but technically he is. Right. So it's even worse. You know what I mean? It's just I co-sign both of your choices.
Eric Adams, you gotta do better.